as you guys can see on my right eye, I've already created the eye look that I was inspired by. So my lehenga has pink, a very dark gold and a very light gold in it. So it's basically mixed up, and then it's on this velvet beautiful material which is a navy blue. I really didn't want to use a lot of blue, and I didn't use any blue actually, because I just found that because the lehenga is completely blue and then it has pink, gold and light gold workings on it, I'm gonna try and go according to the color theme. So as you guys can see, I created this beautiful gold pink kind of cut crease on my right eye. I gave it a nice soft liner. We will blow it out later on, but for now I just want to show you guys what steps I did on creating this look. Okay, so normally I start my makeup on my face first, and then I go ahead and I do my eye makeup. But today I'm doing it vice versa. Reason being is that I'm using a lot of shimmer and glitter, and I took my time to create this look. So I don't want any of that fallout to be going on my face makeup, so I'm doing it the other way around, eyes first and then face. So I went ahead and I prepped my eyelid. As you guys can see, I got on my, if I can find it, there you go, I've got my Makeup Revolution Fast Base Concealer on my eyes, which is in 8.5, C 8.5, and then I took my Yardley translucent powder and I just dabbed it over. That is something that I've been doing lately, and I find that it makes your eyeshadow stay in place and it doesn't move, especially if you have hooded eye. Now if you know that you have hooded eye, then you know this will work for you guys, because I've seen Smita Deepak use it on her YouTube, doing this routine on a YouTube channel for every video, and I decided to give it a go, and ever since I've been doing this kind of way to make my eyeshadow set a bit more better than what it used to. And also I am trying to keep this makeup on, because in Deepavali or Diwali we go, well, people that celebrate it goes from daytime to nighttime, and it's all about light. So I'm just going to try and keep this makeup as light and as like neutral, and I'm going to keep it very, very glowy, because it's all about light. The festival is all about light, so why don't you also glow like a goddess? So let's get into it. I'm not going to be talking so much. So the three palettes that I'm going to dip into is the Going Coconuts palette. I'm just going to show you guys what palette I'm going to be using. So I'm going to be using the Going Coconuts palette. I am going to slightly dip into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Carly Bible palette, and then I'm going to be using my latest addition to my eyeshadow palette collection. I'm going to be using the Beauty Glaze Color Board eyeshadow, and it consists of this 4 beautiful palettes, as you guys can see. And for creating the look, I'm going to be using the purple tones in this palette today. So without any further ado, let's get into this video. So we have the eyes prepped and primed, ready to apply eyeshadow. So the first color that I'm going to be using is from the ColourPop collection, and this one is called Shell Here. It is in between a brown and a peach, which makes it a perfect color to cut out your crease or to like just use it as a transition shade. So I'm taking it on a small angle brush like this, and I am gently going to apply a line on my outer V like that, and I'm going to look directly into the mirror, and I'm going to bring that line inwards. So basically we are just doing a little cut crease, so we can indicate where colors should be placed. So I'm just going to like bring it all the way in. So guys, that's basically what I did. Then I took a brush. This is my Zoefa pencil brush 230, and with a very light motion, I'm just going to quickly blend that color into my crease going upwards. So next what I did was I moved away from that brush and I took my Essence like a defined head brush, if you guys can see what this brush looks like on camera. And I'm going to be going in the Beauty Glaze palette, and what I did was I actually picked this color first right here, which is this beautiful pink shade, and I am going to put that into that same markings that we just applied. So I do apologize if you guys can see my mirror. I am using a very zoomed out mirror. This is a times 20 zoomed out mirror, so I can see closely what I'm doing and I don't make a mistake. Now I am judging. I do not use any tape, so I am judging my eyes in the outer corner and the shape of my natural eye, and I'm following that and I'm creating this eye look. So now that we have this pink nicely placed there, I'm just going to switch up the mirror because I want to start packing on the colors, and I'm going to judge from this side and I'm going to be creating this side. So I took a more big head fluffy brush. I took the color, I'm just trying to work around my palettes here. I took the color Chai from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Kali Bible palette, and I took so little and I just dusted that on the top of my crease, going into that brow bone and just doing slightly blending motions. Okay guys, now going back in with my brush from Essence, I'm going to go back in with Beauty Glaze palette and that same pink, I'm just darkening it out again, because sometimes what happens is the color from the transitions fall onto this shade and it becomes a bit more lighter. So I'm just blending that out, and I think I'm going to basically leave it like this for now. What I'm quickly going to do again is I'm going to go in with some concealer on the back of my hand, and I'm going to be taking a flat brush like this, and I'm going to pick up some concealer, not a lot, and I'm quickly going to cut out my crease, but the inner corner is not going to be too big. We're still giving it that more of a from lower to higher look. So I'm just going to quickly go in with concealer and cut my crease, and I'm going to draw out where I want to cut the crease. And just using my finger, I'm just going to clean and press in that concealer at the end, so when we're creating or applying eyeshadow to this part of the eye, it's going to become more softer to work with. I'm quickly going to go ahead, if I can find the brushes, and I'm going to be setting that concealer with some translucent powder, not a lot because we still want it a bit tacky so we can work with. So guys, going in with the Kali Bible palette and taking the color My Angel, which is beautiful gold shade color right here, I am just going to pack that on with a Zoefa 237 brush, which is a small head brush, and I'm just going to pack that on onto the, like, towards the end of the eyelid, and I'm just going to carry on packing it until I'm happy with the blending. And then moving into the inner corner of the eye, I'm going to go in with Cocoa Crush, and I am going to be placing this color. I didn't clean out the brush because I like the way these colors all blend together. I'm going to put that in my inner corner and drag it out. But what I'm doing is I'm actually mixing in some of that goldish color, the color My Angels from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and I'm going more in, and I'm just blending all of that shades out really well together. So when it comes in between the gold shade and the light pinkish gold shade, I'm just like infusing them and making them blend together. So guys, I'm going to switch up the brush and I'm going to go in with a lip brush by Ruby Face, and I'm going to take that same color Cocoa Crush. I'm gonna take some on my brush, dust off the excess, and what I'm basically doing right now is I am cleaning out that cut crease, and I am taking it all the way halfway through the eyelid, stopping towards here. So I am going to go in with my Essence brush again, this time from the Beauty Glaze palette. I'm just going to catch this big thing here. I'm going to be mixing this two shades right here, because when I mix these two shades up, I got a beautiful, a more darker pink look compared to a very purplish look. So I kind of like the way it looks on this eye. I'm gonna go in with eyeliner. So I'm going to be using my LA Girl eyeliner, and I'm going to be using a small brush like this, and I am going to dig into my eyeliner, put some on the back of my hand, soften it up, make it warm, because when you just go in with gel liner, you can ruin your entire eye makeup because it can be crumbly and it won't give you as much as payoff as you want. So I'm just going to take this brush. First I'm going to tight line my eyes. And then I'm just going to draw my wing, nothing too fancy, from the middle going outwards. And it doesn't have to look really perfect, because in the end we're going to be working with the lower lashes, and when we are working with the lower lash line, I'm also going to be adding black to the lower lash line. The second thing I want to do is I'm going to go in with a liquid eyeliner. The reason for using a liquid eyeliner is because I like a fresh, crisp finish, and also I want to get into that inner corner. So I'm just going to use a liquid liner and I'm going to line my eye. Okay guys, we are going to be leaving the liner like this. So once that's done, what I did go in and I made it a little bit extra and fancy. I have the signature pink lip liner, suede lip liner, lipstick, whatever you want to call it, and it is super soft. It's like a crayon, and I find that it works really well as an eyeliner as well. So I am going to be using this, and I'm just going to draw a line where I cut my crease, and then I'm going to slightly blend it out because I want this pink to be more popping than what the gold is. And then what I'm doing is I'm taking that same Essence brush, nothing on it, and I'm starting to blend that pink out. The last thing to do is to neaten up that gold color out, and for that I'm going to go back in with that small brush that we started using, this brush here, and I'm going to be taking the color My Angels from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and I'm just quickly going to clean that out. I'm going to take the small brush, the pencil brush, and I'm going to go in Cocoa Crush. Why do I keep forgetting that? I always want to say Cocoa Rush, Cocoa Bananas, I don't know why, but I'm just cleaning up now that inner corner, bringing the shadow out. Okay beauty babes, so I completely forgot to add mascara to my upper lash line, and I like to put my mascara before putting my false lashes. So I'm going to go in with my Lash Paradise from L'Oreal, and I'm just going to coat my lashes, so when it's time to apply my false lashes, it becomes more easier to apply. Okay, moving along, let's get done with the face. So I don't know whether I want to do a voiceover for this part or I shall continuously talk in this video, but we shall see as it goes along because I am literally filming and it's dark outside and my neighbors are lighting the fireworks already. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm going to do my face. Wherever I feel like I'm not gonna talk, I'm just gonna do a voiceover. So the first thing I want to do is I want to prime my skin. So to prime my skin, I am going to be using my LA Girl Illuminizer Glow as well as my Revlon highlighting stick. I'm going to go in with the highlighter stick first and I'm just going to put it on the high points of my face. Next, I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Illuminizing Primer, and I'm just going to add a little bit more just so I get that extra glow from underneath my skin. And I'm going to use my beauty blender and I'm just going to put this product on. Okay, so now that you can see that my face is highlighted, I'm going to go in with my Fora concealer, my holy grail, and this is in the shade Walnut. I am going to start to conceal wherever I have darker marks. So moving along, we're going to go ahead with foundation, and I want my foundation to last the entire day as well as the entire night. So I am going to be going in with my Passion Pro True Wear Liquid Foundation in the shade Desert Dawn, and I'm going to put it in the back of my hand this time, and then I'm going to be using my finger and just dotting it onto my face. I'm going to take a flat top foundation brush and I'm going to start buffing this into the skin. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to concealer, and for concealer I have my Essence Camouflage Concealer, and I'm going to be using this concealer today because I want my concealer again to set in place and last the whole day, and I'm using it in Warm Toast, which is now a darker shade than my normal skin color. It's no more light, it's like exactly the same shade I would say, but I am going to take this and I'm just going to conceal quickly. And I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and I'm going to blend everything out. So that's what my concealer looks like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Revolution Banana Powder and I'm going to put a little bit on the cap, like that much, and I'm going to be taking another beauty blender, which is a dry beauty blender, and I'm going to be like just lightly setting the under eye of my face. Now I'm a bit scared because I don't want this powder to oxidize because I am using such orange products. Undertone is so orange. I'm just scared. I don't want this powder to make the entire look dark. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this powder set in until I wipe it off. I wanted a cream contour, but I'm not a big fan of cream contouring, so I'm just gonna skip that part and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to bronze up my face. So to bronze up my face, I'm going to be using my Essence Mattifying Compact Powder in the shade Espresso, and I'm just going to blend all that in. It does look harsh on camera, but not to worry. We shall save this bronzer. I think it's because of the brush. If I had to use a more smaller brush, it would have been more defined, but I instead went in with a bigger brush, which is okay because we can save this. I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender, and wherever I used that bronzing powder, I'm just going to like dab. So I am going to go in with a blush. So for blush, I'm going to be using my baked blush. I have no idea where this is from. It's from Blushy Times, and it's in the shade 2. It's a beautiful swirl of mauve and bronzer and a shimmer. So just going to apply that. And voila, you have a nice soft blush. The last thing for the face is to highlight. So I'm going to go in with the highlighter, and the highlighter brush that I'm going to pick and I'm going to use today is the Real Techniques highlighting brush. Just going to take a little bit of my highlighter, and by the way, this is the Signature Glow Illuminizing Baked Powder, and it is just one shade. There's no other shade if you have to purchase this powder, and it's amazing. Okay, moving along, we're gonna finish up underneath the eyes. I'm gonna go back in with the Beauty Glaze Colorboard eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be opening it up, and I'm going to move along, and I'm going to be using these two shades right here that we started off with on our eyelid. And the reason why I'm keeping it pink, because as I said, I want more pink in my look than actually having more gold or brown for that matter. And I'm going to be using the same smudging brush, picking up those two colors and just applying it as close to the lash line as possible. And then I'm going to take my signature pencil and also run that at the bottom of my lash, my waterline. That's what I'm trying to say, waterline. So I'm going to go back in with the Going Coconuts palette, and I'm going to be taking that Cocoa Crush color again, the center shade, and I'm going to be like literally packing this shade on in my inner corner. Okay guys, so to finish up this look, I'm gonna go in with my mascara for bottom lashes, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise and just apply some to the bottom lashes. And I almost forgot that I needed to apply liner to my lash line at the bottom, my waterline. So I'm going to go in with my Thin Lizzy pencil and the black shade. I'm just going to apply it to my waterline. I just tight-lined my eyes a little bit, and I think that's done for the eyes. Okay beauty babes, we have come to the end, and we are going to finish up this entire look with some lipstick. So I basically have two lipsticks on my desk right here. This is the A1 lipstick. I swatched it in the back of my hand. It has this beautiful pink mauve shade to it. And then the second color that I liked was the Revlon, I think this is called the Butter Lips. It's so long time ago, and this is called Sugar Plum. Now it's almost the same, but one is very pinky and one is very mauvey. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the Avon lipstick and I'm gonna put that on my lips because this has more of a matte finish. So I like the way this plum looks, but as you guys can see, it has that metallic look, but it's a bit dull. So I'm gonna go in with the Revlon Butter Lips in Sugar Plum or Plum Sugar, and I'm just gonna give my lips a bit more shine. So the last step to do is to finish up with the setting spray. I'm using my L'Oreal Infallible Magic Setting Spray. And we want a good amount because we need this makeup to last the entire night. And the last part is to go in with the lashes. I'm going to be using my signature lashes in style 43, and this is the Fab Lash in style 43, which I am going to be applying, and I'm going to be doing that off camera, and I'm just going to go ahead and put my outfit on, and I will see you guys on the next one. Okay, my beauty babes, this is the complete look. I really enjoyed creating this look for you guys. I just went ahead and I applied my bindi, I did a little bit sindoor, I applied some earrings, and then I threw on my sari, and this is the colors that I was talking about. And I put my hair all back because I didn't wash it and I didn't want to go all out and style it. I try to keep my jewelry and my hair very minimal because my makeup and my outfit is outstanding. So basically this is what it looks like. This is the final result. I hope everybody has a safe Diwali, and whatever you guys do, just remember that we're still in a pandemic, and I hope you guys enjoy and have a blessed Diwali or Deepavali, and I'm sending lots of love to whoever is celebrating, and I hope that this makeup look will inspire you and you can recreate it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.